Now, here's a big special for investors in Jet Airways. The stock's been rising on hopes that the NCLT resolution plan will come into play and be beneficial. But beware if you are a Jet Airways shareholder or looking to buy, because your money might become zero. Sajid, is that so?
Almost zero, I would say. But the thing is that the resolution has been approved by the NCLAT, which is the National Companies Appellate Tribunal. As per the resolution which has been filed, the Jalan Fritsch Consortium, they will go through a process of capital reduction, which basically means if you are a public shareholder of Jet Airways, for every 100 shares that you hold, you will only get 1 share in the new company. As per the resolution, there will be a reduction in capital followed by a consolidation of the face value, which will lead to your 100 shares becoming just 1 share in the new company. The Jalan Fritsch would be infusing nearly 600 odd crores as per the proposed resolution plan, and they will have more than 89% stake in the company. The creditors will also have some 9.5% stake, and the employees and workmen whose dues are pending will have around 0.5% stake. But what is interesting is that the shareholders or public shareholders of Jet Airways who are currently holding shares, their stake from 25%, it will fall down to 0.21%. Subsequently, there is a plan to bring in more public shareholding into Jet Airways. They have to reach 10% within 18 months and 25% within 3 years, but all will be through fresh issue of shares and through a follow-on public issue that will come on in the market. But as of today, if investors are investing in Jet, they have to be aware of the fact that their 100 shares will turn into just 1 share, and that would be a loss of capital for many of the investors or public investors who are investing into the Jet Airways stock, because the stock has been rising by 5% every day in the exchanges. So beware, if you are an investor in Jet Airways, you are not going to gain from the resolution, because your existing capital will be depleted by nearly 99% as part of the resolution.
Street would somewhere be aware of this, Sajid. Why is it that the stock is just locked on the circuit for 2 days on a trot now? Could there be a catch?
There is no catch, Neeraj, here, because if you look at the resolution plan, it basically says that once the reconstitution is happens of the equity capital, basically in the first phase, your capital gets reduced by 90%. So for 10 rupee face value comes down to 1 rupee, and thereafter consolidation of the face value to 10 rupees. In the whole process, you lose out 99% of your capital. But after that, the equity infusion that comes into Jet Airways will be at 50 rupees per share. So people are thinking that if Jet Fritsch is going to invest at 50 rupees per share, their shares may go up to 50, but that's not the case, because if you're holding the share today, that share will not be worth 50 rupees. Of 100 shares, it becomes 1 share. So if the current price is 44 rupees, you're looking at 4,400 rupees of total value of that share at current prices. It will be turned into 44 rupees at the end of it.
Okay, Sajid, thanks a lot for giving that perspective. In people who are viewing this, or even if you don't have a holding in Jet Airways, if you know people who do, please warn them of this. Tell them to hear what Sajid has just said, because there might be pain for people who are buying this on hope that a new promoter would mean that the stock could fly. In fact, quite the contrary could happen if you're buying into the share at the current prices.